Hi, I'm Laura Sage, and I am so happy to be here with Stephanie Mansour today for Mind Over Matter. Hey, Steph, how are ya?
I'm great. I'm so excited to be here too. I love this topic.
Oh, thank you. Me too. So we always try to interview professionals that are helping other professionals. And my guess is a lot of people listening to us today are going to say, gosh, she looks familiar to me. Steph is a TV personality. She is a fitness guru, nutrition and exercise, and she's on television and she's on CNN today. I saw her on CNN and she actually gave a shameless plug to Chill Anywhere. Thank you, Steph.
Yes, I love Chill Anywhere.
So before we start talking about, I want to talk more about what you're doing on television and also about your nutrition business, because I think that's super interesting. But you are one of my favorite new chill friends. What I mean by that is that we did not know each other before I opened the studio, but I think we met several years ago. Do you remember how we first crossed paths?
I think I had met you in the studio because I was actually Googling for meditation studios or meditation classes here in Chicago. And you were the main one that popped up, and you were actually the first ever studio I had seen or heard of in Chicago. I go to New York a lot for television, and I had been to a couple there, but this was like, totally like a blessing to me. And so I think I met you for the first time in the studio, around the time when things had
Walking around.
Yeah, yeah. But
That's well, thank you for giving us a try.
yeah,
At the time it was like a totally new concept.
yeah.
And then you come to our retreats.
Mhm.
You're a super friend and a super chill fan, and I appreciate it.
Yes, yes. I love how Chill approaches meditation, Laura, like in a very approachable way. It kind of like, I feel like it meets me where I'm at in my day-to-day life. It's not like too woo-woo or, out there. It's like really impactful and empowering strategies for meditation that I can use. And then I wanted to go on the retreat and just continue being involved. So I love everything Chill.
Well, thank you. So I couldn't believe it when I opened up my screen and saw CNN, and there you were. That didn't surprise me. But then you started talking about apps that you like, and sure enough, Chill Anywhere was there. So again, thank you for that.
Yes.
What are you thinking about the app so far?
I love the app. I love it mostly because I like know and relate to the instructors. But aside from that, I like how I can set my mood, before and after. I like the variety, and I like how the meditations are separated by topic.
Yep.
I like, for the most part, there's not, at least my meditations I've gone through, there isn't music that's distracting me. It's like very much my breath, my mind, the instructor's voice. And then obviously I like the yoga and meditation combo too, because I feel like I'm killing two birds with one stone in an hour.
Yep. Yeah. Now I'll let you in on a secret. We were just testing it today, and I would think within the next couple days it'll be launched. But we're going to have a chat feature. So for all of your beloved guides, that right now it's a little static, right? When you go to the studio, you were able to talk to the guides before or after class and ask for their input. There's now going to be a chat feature so you can chat with the guide and ask them questions.
Oh my gosh, that is so cool.
Yep. So it's like 93% there.
Okay.
You have to test it on the computer, and then you have to test it on Android and a bunch of different iPhones. And there's one iPhone that just had a little bug in it. So we're going to launch it once it's all in good shape. But I think I'm interested to get your feedback once you have a chance to play with it.
Yeah, I can't wait. You think of everything, Laura. Seriously, you do.
Oh, we listen to people like you, and that's how, and in this case, the instructors, they really miss the interaction with the people that they normally got to see in the studio, and they're extroverts by nature. And so I wanted to, it made sense, and I want to keep them inspired, and I'd like it, right?
Yeah.
So I just thought it would be, that's what I'm sort of our average consumer.
Right. Yes.
Yeah, but not about me right now. I want to talk about you for a second. How did you get into TV?
So I have always wanted to create like positive, healthy lifestyle messages, specifically for women on TV, because I felt like there are so many advertisements that tell us you know, we have to be a certain size or a certain weight or a certain shape or get this job or do this to get that guy or, you know, do or buy XYZ in order to be and feel successful. So I wanted to create content that helps people, like, you know, work with what they had and, you know, from there, step it up and improve their lives. So I've always wanted to do this on a big scale on television, because you know, I feel at home in front of the camera and I feel like I can impact a lot of people that way. So it's really been like a lifelong dream.
Steph, I have to say, spending time with you, if like one more, you're going to make everybody who you work with like feel better and be more healthy. It really, you have such an amazing energy.
Thank
Really
you.
spectacular. And it comes through on the screen. It always does. It's so interesting to me.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's true. Now, what about, how do you work with female professionals? Because you have another, we'll call it side hustle, but it's another part of your business.
Yeah, it is. And, you know, that's actually how I got started was working with private weight loss clients because I needed to like pay the bills. So I got my certification in yoga, Pilates, personal training, and professional life coaching. My bachelor's degree from Michigan is in communications with psychology and women's studies. So I put all that together. I did work in TV for a couple of years, but then I decided, you know, I had to get out from behind the scenes and somehow, you know, get myself on camera, but that didn't pay. So I started working privately with clients. And a big piece of that, Laura, is not just like the physical side of weight loss and, you know, getting a body that you like, but a lot of it is the mental side. And that's really what differentiates me from other health and fitness experts that I've seen, is that, you know, I focus on that mindfulness piece. I focus on, you know, encouraging yourself and liking yourself and being kind to yourself. And a lot of that, you know, doesn't happen when you're in the rat race of corporate America, like many of my private clients. That, you know, the mindfulness and slowing things down and being kind to yourself doesn't happen when you have 4 kids running around, you know, and a husband and a nanny and, you know, all this other stuff going on. So I love working one-on-one with my clients because I'm able to, like, you know, get into their lives and see how can we infuse a little more relaxation, calmness, and positivity, as well as working towards reaching those fitness and nutrition goals.
Right. You make me think of, like, if you had the piece of cake last night, it's okay. That was last night. Just focus on today. And if you're trying to lose weight, don't eat the piece of cake today.
Right, exactly. And that's part of the reason why I wanted to come to you in my kitchen, because, you know, we're eating like all day, every day, you know, so it's like there's so many opportunities to stop in your tracks, be mindful, ask yourself, how do I want to feel after I eat that piece of cake? Or am I really hungry for that right now? Or am I thirsty? Or am I bored? Or am I stressed? You know, so stopping in your tracks is something that happens a lot in the kitchen. And, you know, I will say in terms of mindfulness, it doesn't, you know, the more you practice, like when I refer my clients to the Chill Anywhere app, the more you practice chilling, you know, for 5 to 30 minutes at a time, the easier it is to access that throughout the day when you're in your kitchen. So, or when you're deciding if you're not going to work out or you are going to work out. So it's like the effects ripple over. It's not just like after that one meditation session, I feel great. No, it's like for the whole day or the whole next couple days, you are more mindful and present in your everyday life.
I always say, Steph, I don't know if you've heard me say this or not, but if you are new to meditation, do not binge meditate. Don't think that, like, if you sit down with your eyes closed for 2 hours, that's not the point. On the other hand, all it takes is, you know, 2 minutes a day, 5 days a week. Give it a shot. You'll feel better. And then if you want to add on incrementally, or if you decide you want to go and do a silent retreat, that's perfectly fine. But let's start with small steps, and you feel it pretty quickly. And you especially feel it if you do something like that and then you stop.
Right. Yes. Yeah. I have not heard you say that, but I'm going to start quoting you.
Yeah, please.
I
Please.
love that.
You're like my most famous friend.
Yeah.
It's awesome. So I've asked this before, and I'll ask you again. I am always focused on the future. Not always, but that tends to be where my mind wanders. And so through meditation and mindfulness, I have learned to get back to the present and being able to enjoy conversations like we're having right now. Do you have a propensity to veer towards the past or the future, or tell me what your inclination is?
Yeah, my inclination is that I am mostly future and past and not present.
Oh.
So, like growing up, I had a lot of anxiety. And in fact, I used to be on anxiety medication because I was just like, my mind was going a mile a minute thinking about what happened before and what was going to happen tomorrow or later. So it wasn't until I started doing yoga and I really credit like the slow breathing and the mindfulness of yoga, when I was in my early 20s, that really helped with that anxiety and helped. Like, I didn't need the medication anymore. I felt much more, I don't want to say mellow, but I felt, steadier. So I feel like, as time's gone on and, here we are like 15 years later, I am committed to a mindfulness and a meditation practice, but it's hard, it's hard sometimes to, I know it's good for me, but it's hard to do it every day, for a month at a time. I go in like for a week and then I fall off. And like you said, it's easy to notice when you fall off. So if I do find myself getting more anxious, like ruminating about the past or too much of a dreamer, then that's a sign for me to go back, to a meditation.
Yeah, go back to the cushion or to
Yes.
the practice or to the app or whatever it is. People ask me sometimes, well, do you really need to be guided? And my answer is no, you absolutely don't. I'm an advocate of meditation. You can self-guide yourself, but you need a bit more discipline if you're going to have a self-guided practice. Yeah. And just like if you were going to run a marathon, sometimes you might run with a buddy, sometimes you might run alone. Guided meditation is sort of that buddy that you can do it with.
Yeah, you're exactly right. I find when I pray, that's kind of like my free form meditation, I don't use a guide, but when I'm actually focusing on breathing and, the distance between thoughts, which is something that really helps me, then I'm, chill anywhere is playing on my phone.
You're awesome. So before we wrap this up, is there anything else that you want to share with the people that are listening to us today?
Yeah, I would say, one of the things that I work on with my clients is finding a good balance. And a lot of us, when we're talking about weight loss or when we're talking about fitness, it's, we're doing the plan, we're following the structure, we're following the system, we're checking things off. And that's what makes us successful in a lot of parts of our lives. But when it comes to your body and something that's a little bit more fluid, I like to integrate more of the being, more of the relaxing, more of the peace, and like, how do you feel? So, sort of merging the masculine, feminine energy so that we feel more of a balance is a big topic that I focus on with my clients. And I really do find that the most successful way to do that is to be more mindful and focus on the breath and integrate some form of meditation into their daily lives. So I know it's true for me. I know it's true for you.
But I think sometimes people don't even know how they feel.
Right.
I mean, they're going to know if they're sick, like with a fever, but a lot of times you say, well, where is it exactly that you're feeling that in your shoulders or your back? I mean, sometimes people really have to take a second, get centered and think about it, right?
Yes, exactly. And that's why I'm so excited that people are getting more into mindfulness and meditation, because I feel like that's the key to get you connected, like the mind-body piece. And then you get to the breath, let's say, or then you get to, more of a balance in your approach to, reaching your health and fitness goals. So
I couldn't agree more. So how do people find you? We're going to put the CNN segment on our website also, but how do people find you?
Yes, I'm at stepitupwithsteph.com online, or Step It Up with Steph on Instagram, Facebook, everywhere on the internet.
Yep. Okay, you're awesome. Thank you so much.
Thanks,
really appreciate it. It's so nice to see you.
You too.